What's up, you little brat? I cooked some, or I'm getting ready to cook some stuff. How many people we got? 3. Hey, is my not that anyone gives a fuck. I tried to fix it. Is my power chat thing up? Just curious. Damn, I suck at that stuff. I really do. Could have swore I fixed it. It says currently applied. Whatever. I suck at life. See, how do I have the option to see the... Imagine if somebody just did a silent stream, like they just didn't talk, they just typed in chat the whole time. That'd be pretty weird. Let's see. I don't think you could see me. This is all oak that I'm burning that I cut the other day at the ranch. Erica is grounded by his mom. I wouldn't be surprised. She's like, and no streaming, Eric, until you are off probation. Imagine that. Fuck, that'd be a long time from now. He wouldn't obey. He'd just do whatever he wanted to do. You guys think he would obey? I don't think so. I know, right? I'm not smart enough to figure out how it works. It's raining. What's Riverside County Sheriff Dom? DOM. That's interesting. Riverside County Sheriff Dom. Gotta find somewhere to put this thing real quick. Riverside County Sheriff Dom. Is that like somebody's name? Damn it. This is gonna work best, I guess. DOM. Is that supposed to be like somebody's name? Riverside County Sheriff Dom. Yeah, my phone's gonna die in 5 minutes. The good news is I could like charge it. You guys think that Eric would trip if I asked to buy, or if I asked to borrow his streaming equipment? I was like, Eric, I need some battery packs. I need some selfie sticks. I need to borrow some streaming equipment, bro, so I could do professional IRL. Get out of here, cat. Get. Now we will sit in a cell with Scroll. No, they're both out. Only if you share the dono money, he might. Eric is kind of a Jew, huh? First, I gotta split it with Captain. Doesn't get much better than this, let me tell you. Should have went to Sprouts. Stater Brothers is just so close. So convenient, you know. Sprouts does have better quality though. Hey! Get out of there. Is Erica not allowed to stream? I don't know. You're going to have to ask his mom. I don't know if he's allowed to stream right now. It's a good question. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to pick up the slack. Holy fucking shit. That was a good one. People are still doing bombs and like fireworks and shit, but that was a good one. Risking your life. I'm not really risking anybody's life right now, but risking my own sanity, I guess. When you're really good at this, and your hands get all calloused and stuff, you don't even need to use utensils, you just use your fingers. See that? Comes with the territory. I better go get a way to like keep charged. Alright, I got it. I found a solution. This should work. Well, it will work. Charge my phone anyway. Shut up, cat. See. Oops. Mike is whining. Good Quint. Oh yeah, Eric's. Well, I think they're both felons. You know, Mike got a weed charge and he put it in Eric's name one time. Unfortunately. Fuck, I don't know. Probably almost time to move them around, huh? Hi. Pretty fire. No, this is not a fire. Okay, fires are for, this is cooking right here is what this is. I need a better pair of tongs. Here, I'll give this piece to the cats, so they'll shut up. Come here, cats. What if I give it to the cats? Let's see how much balls they have. Here. Let's still get it off the grill with the fire. Oops, you dropped it. Sorry. Definitely not going that far. Here, get off my shoe. It's feral cat season around here. What sucks is the only way I've ever been able to control the feral cats is like just to, I'll put their food or some food up for them out in the field where the coyotes are, and then the coyotes will come in and they'll just clean house, take care of business. Because I don't really like cats that much. I mean, they're cool, but they're kind of annoying. Just think, in some countries they barbecue the cats. No, it's like vegetables and chicken on a stick, you know? It's actually, that last piece of chicken was not even close to being done yet. These are all oak coals from, there's 5 different species of oak on the ranch. There's what do we have? Canyon live oak, valley coastal oak, white oak, California black oak, and there's one more, I can't remember what it is, but yeah, anyway. Food tastes good when you cook it over hardwood for some reason. It's just different. Ram Ranch. No, there's no ramming going on. I just figured I'd give people a place where they could talk shit and chat. I'm more of a dog person. Baby kitten in the... So... If I cook with wood, it's off. Trees out back. Well, yeah, this did come off of trees. Most wood comes from trees. Yeah, that's what, I don't like cats. They're like overgrown rats almost. Just scavengers, you know? I mean, my mom always had them when we were growing up, but they're just pretty much worthless creatures, really. I mean, they don't... I guess they eat mice and stuff, but they don't really serve too big of a purpose on this earth. Not that I've noticed. I'm allergic to cats. I don't think I'm allergic to anything except sulfa drugs. Can you really be allergic to an animal? I know some people like Mike and Eric, they're like allergic to going to work. Here, you guys want this? Go get it. Look, it's over there. Go get it. I'm allergic to goldfish. Just being around goldfish makes me break out into hives. Trying to think what else you could be allergic to. I'm allergic to ants. So hopefully nobody has any of those ant terrarium things. Just kidding. Are you guys retarded? Look. There you go. Eat that. So this is how I make like the really simple burritos. I just get these shish kebabs because they got vegetables on them and chicken. And then just put them in the tortilla like that with some cheese. Ah, it's kind of warm. It'll cool off. Yeah, it's cooling off. And then cheese. Watch out, cats. These cats, I swear, they need to frickin' call the coyotes back. And then my favorite tapatio. That's pretty simple, right? You got your vegetables, cheese. I was gonna get some avocado, but I couldn't find any that were fresh. Stater Brothers is about to close. I was like, fuck it, let's just go. Whatever. Do without the avocado, I guess. Did you guys hear Jake Silver's voice today? Oh my god, dude, he's gayer than Bay. Jake Silver sounds like the biggest fucking weenie I've ever heard. And that guy fucking supposedly was a cage fighter. And he threatened my life the other day. He's like, I got some hollow points for you. Yeah, fucking right, dude. That guy sounds like, oh my god. Wow. And Dex just totally punks him like, oh my god, like, wow. She punks him and lets him know he's a bitch at the same time, and he's cool with it. That's the even worse part. Here, cats. Look, over here. There you go. Yeah, that's worse, dude. Like, if you get punked and they let you know, that's just all bad, dude. And on chat, oh man, that's crazy as fuck. She's like, you're gonna pay my rent, and you're gonna fucking like it. Well, she's never seen Jake Silver, so I don't know how she would even know that. She's never even seen him on a video chat. She doesn't know what the fuck he looks like. So if he's a balding incel or he's a Jew wearing a yarmulke, we would never know, and neither would Dex because she's never seen him. Literally, she's never even seen him in video chat. So, not in real life, not in video chat, not in Minecraft, not in fucking Temecula, nowhere. These cats are not mine. I literally don't want the cats here. So when the coyotes do get the cats, I'm like thankful that the food chain is doing its job. Build a sailboat? Why would I want to build a sailboat when I could build a boat that has a motor on it? No, I don't feed the cats to the coyotes. I feed the cats out in the field, and the coyotes just... The food chain is like a natural process, you know? I can't help what the coyotes do on their own. And the cats, the girls that live here, they let these cats like overpopulate, so like I just don't want to deal with it. What's the sky look like tonight? There's stars, but I think we have a lot of light pollution and air pollution, so I can see the stars, but they're not that pronounced, I guess you could say. Damn light pollution. It's a lot of air pollution around here, too. We'll pay lots of money for holes, I guess. If men will pay a lot of money for holes, then I better buy an auger. What drama llamas? What's that mean? Get into daylighting with one of those vacuum trucks. Fuck you guys. Vacuum trucks? What do you mean? Daylighting? Are you talking about doing like fucking septic tank pumping? Oh. Graffiti removal? Oh. Here you guys go. Thanks, guys, for what? Yeah, you hear kittens, unfortunately. I probably shouldn't feed them, but might as well. Just blast. What are you blasting the dirt with a pressure washer for? I don't get it. Sucking it up. Blast the dirt with the pressure washer. I've seen them, they have those hydrojetter things that go inside the pipes that blast out the fucking... Yeah. There's literally a field right behind here, and one year they paid me to drag the field because the weeds get real high, so I was dragging it with this big disc and a big tractor. And there's literally coyote dens in there. Like, I ran into at least like a couple of them, 2 or 3. They used to live right here, but Jamillion PSI. I've seen those things they put inside the fucking, inside the drains, or what was that, inside the it's not septic, it is, I forget what they call it. What is it called here when if you're not on septic, you have the utility, I forget what that's called anyway. I've seen the hydrojetter things they use in there, pretty badass. Sewer, there we go. Yeah, they just put, in my neighborhood, they put a sewer in, because all these houses are on septic, so they put a sewer in not that long ago. And, like, we could tie into it if we want, but that shit's so far down there, it's like, I think it's like 17 or 19 feet down. And, it'd be a lot of, digging to get down there. But we do have the option to tie in. It would probably cost a lot of fucking money. I always thought septic was crazy, though. Like, imagine everybody in this whole neighborhood, their poop and pee just leaches out, like, into their yard underground. And that's how we get rid of it. It literally just leaches out into the dirt underground. It's kind of crazy. That's how it's done. This house, I found part of the old septic system here, and it's literally just this big square thing of bricks, and the bricks are just stacked like staggered, you know, so there's like water could leach out. And that's where I have the washing machine drain going to, is whatever these staggered pit of bricks are. It's probably like, I don't know, 6 by 6, and it's probably like 6 feet deep. It's just these staggered bricks. I don't know what you'd call that, but yeah, that's where we have the washing machine draining out to. I figured that's a pretty cool leach field or whatever. I don't know, I could see it getting like saturated and fucked up or whatever, but or not draining right. What do they call that? I made my own little thing though for the septic tank here. Like the septic, it goes into one tank, and then, you know, from there halfway, like it goes into another tank with a big piece of pipe, and then from there it leaches out into the yard. And it's got these, you know, pipes that leach out, and they got a bunch of holes in them. Well, I made this pipe that goes into there, and it literally just back up, cat. It literally just like I hook air pressure to it and water pressure to it, And I hit the ball valve and like, and it like blasts the fucking leach lines clean. And before I did that, like we got the septic tank pumped one time, and before I blasted the leach lines clean like that, it filled up seriously all the way back up in like less than a week. I was like, fuck. So then I made that little thing to blast all the leach lines clean and blast air and water through them, and it works really good. Now we haven't had a problem since. I should design a product like that and sell it. Probably make good money. I don't know how many people's houses around the US are still on septic. There's a question. I think all the new areas are all on a your fracking really drill. More or less, I mean, it wasn't exactly, it wasn't draining right. And once I blasted all the air and water out the leach lines at the leach field, it started draining, or, you know, became unsaturated. Whatever I did, till this day, it's still working. I was tripping out, dude. The fucking septic tank here, the tank itself, it goes down about like 25 feet, it looks like. I'm like, whoa, that's a fucking huge tank. It goes way the fuck down there. Anyway, I did not expect it to be so large. And then that old pit of bricks, I'm not sure what they had leaching out there, but yeah, it's crazy. I know what fracking is. But most of the time they do fracking for crude oil. I was going to work for Baker Hughes, this company that's all they did was fracking. Right at the end of the big South Dakota fracking, you know, fuck, there were so many people over there making ridiculous money fracking. I wish I would have caught on sooner. Fucking like 19-year-old kids making like 200 grand a year just doing fracking shit. They're always working. Yeah. A cesspool or a cesspit, yeah, I guess. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to live here too much longer. But yeah, when they added that new septic line that goes from like the neighborhood above me through my neighborhood into the new neighborhood, they found some interesting things. Like they were digging right here and there was like a water line that they didn't know was still there. So they got this, you know, trench, and there's people in the trench laying the pipe. And the guy in the excavator's digging, and he hits this old water line. And they didn't even locate this old water line that was there. It was like an old clay pipe. And they hit it, and it filled up the fucking trench so fast. And the guy telling me it's not, you know, that's not the dangerous part. The dangerous part is the suction side of it. Like, I guess it could suck somebody in. But the guys that were down in the trench, they were able to get out. They got all wet and shit, filled up with this old nasty ass water that had been sitting there for days. And the water line that they hit, it was a asbestos coated steel. Like it was like riveted steel pipe, but it's asbestos coated on the inside. That's how old it was. And I guess that was still tied into some fucking active water line around here. Anyway, pretty interesting. Oh, a truck for fracking? Yeah, they got all kinds of different shit in the fracking industry. But I was hoping that when Trump was in, you know, he kept saying drill, baby, drill. I was thinking that, you know, hopefully he would, you know, allow some fracking to go down and allow some drilling to go down on our soil so gas wouldn't be so fucking expensive. But I guess the Jews had other ideas, so that's getting thrown out the window. But my buddy that was doing the fracking, he's no tree hugger or nothing, but he said that shit is pretty fucking fucked up, like on the environment. Diesel in Iran is cheaper than water by 4 cents. Yeah, I bet it is. Diesel's a byproduct of gasoline. So, yeah, you're right. It's just expensive for us. We could have it cheap over here if we wanted to, but that's not their agenda. Fuck, our country just gets shafted, dude. Can never do anything right over here. It's all gotta be, like, expensive and ridiculous. Yeah. I guess they're gonna shut down one of California's oldest, biggest refineries, and then gas is supposed to go way up. What'd be funny is if somebody went around and just collected all the waste oil and just started making their own biodiesel, and it would sell. You know, so then the price of you could drive the price of fuel down because you could make your own biodiesel so cheap. You could probably even make biogasoline like that somehow, just using waste oil. Oil companies will probably kill you though, but like, it can't be that expensive to produce once you have mass amounts of recycled oil. We probably do have more oil than, especially like in Alaska and then down there in Louisiana and Texas and shit. I'm sure there's plenty of fucking oil. Yeah, you can make diesel and gas out of recycled plastics. That's like the hard way to do it though. You could just take old oil, like older diesel engines, you could just take old oil and filter it and they'll run on that. I mean, fuck, if you want to make an easy you can make a steam. I want to make a steam generator where you just, burn wood and that boils the water to pressurize, something steam powered. I know in India they have these villages, they power the whole villages off of just the people's trash. They just burn the people's trash. And that heats the big boiler, which turns a generator. I've seen that before. Have you seen that dude, Oliver Anthony? He gave this speech the other day, and he's talking about how, like, everybody goes to work, all these people go to work, and a lot of these people are just like one paycheck away from almost losing everything. Or maybe not one, maybe 2 paychecks, but everybody works so hard. It's like for nothing. You know, a lot of people work hard every day and they still don't have much. And then he talked about how when the hurricane came, you know, FEMA was there and they had all kinds of generators and supplies and, you know, water rations for people, and they just weren't giving them out. They're just like, nope. Generators and shit, they weren't giving them out. And he's talking about some people stole a bulldozer and they cut a road, you know, through the side of a hill so like the trapped people could get in and out. And, you know, the government came through and they said that would take months and that there's no way they could cut a road there, but some good old boys just fucking went and handled it. It's like, I don't know. Somehow we got to break away from this whole trust in government shit and start doing things on our own. Make our own gas and fuel and, I don't know, start making things for cheaper than they can produce them for. I know they won't like that, but I know it can be done. You know, we just put a little thought into it. I'm sure it could be done. Oprah, I don't like Oprah. Oprah's got one of those fucking... My dad is in Hawaii. Oprah has a child sex ring, I think, in Africa or whatever. I just don't like Oprah. She's dumb. Oprah likes everything that I hate, and everything I hate, Oprah loves. So that's just where we're at with Oprah. Yeah, Oprah's orphanage place she has in Africa, people talk about it's just a big child sex ring. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, or maybe they're harvesting the adrenochrome from the kids that live there. It's hard to say. One sec. You guys want this burnt piece of chicken? It's like chicken jerky now. Here, eat this. Oprah is yeah, we know that. Hey, what's up? What's up, New Zealand girl? Just kidding. I have some friends that live in Australia. They're originally from California, but they moved to Australia. And my friend started a rain gutter cleaning business. He has this truck that they go around and they suck the leaves out of the rain gutters. I guess he's making pretty good money doing that. Who would have thought? I think they live around Melbourne, if I'm not mistaken. Australia is pretty cool. I saw something, I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if it was in the UK or Australia. But they said they want them to turn in, they can't even have knives or machetes. They want people to start turning in their knives or machetes. Those are going to be illegal soon. Like, damn, you can't have guns, you can't have knives. You can't even protect yourself with anything. I have to design some type of thing that, like, I don't know, personal protection device. Creates like an electrical force field around you. We have big rains, so we need gutters clean. Gotcha. That's how it all starts. Yeah, I know. You start taking... Remember during COVID how crazy Australia got? They had some program that you had to have on your phone, and you had to be able to show them like where you had been in the past, 48 hours or whatever, like you had to be able to show the government where you were at. And I thought, this is just about control. This has nothing to do with the fucking virus. Like, this is just about pure control. This is ridiculous. I'm glad I don't live in Australia, but I mean, I'm surprised the US wasn't doing that shit at the same time. No mace. Yeah. Eric should come out with his own signature brand of mace. Signature brand of mace. Right here. What would you call your own signature brand of mace if you had one? Or if you could have one? I don't like mace. That's just cheating. And I got sprayed by mace before at a concert, and it was not cool. Slayer played at Ozfest one year, and they were launching tear gas and mace out of the helicopters at the crowd, and one of them came right past me, and it fucked me up, dude. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't talk, I couldn't fucking sneeze, I couldn't see, I couldn't do shit. I was like, this shit is fucked up. Fuck mace. Anyway, it's cheating. I wish this log was more square. Cool, now it's square and I could sit down flat. Throw this in the fire. Sorry if that was noisy. Just had to be done, Had to be done. Anyway. Why did I do what? Why did they do that? Why did who do what? Haven't been chatting. Space, why haven't you been chatting? Have you been antisocial? Space has been busy hacking. I think she hacked my Power Chat, my Cash App donations. She knows I'm kidding about that Power Chat thing. Just me being ridiculous. You want to know my theory on what? Theory on what, exactly? Oh, because I'm sitting on this log, and it wasn't flat. Like, when I cut it, I didn't cut it totally square. I cut it at an angle. And it wasn't comfortable to sit on, so I just took the chainsaw and I squared it up so now that it's flat, and I could sit flat. You know? That's what I did with the chainsaw. And then I threw the piece in there. You could see it's not flat. See how it's like, you know, it kind of goes like... That's where it wasn't flat. Anyway. How come I can't see? I want to be able to see all the chat. All I could see is like part of it. This is bullshit. Bullshit, I tell you. I got sawdust all over my laptop now. Trev, I asked you earlier for your balance, but you ignored me. For my balance. I have pretty good balance. I mean, I grew up snowboarding and skateboarding, doing roofing work. My balance is not bad. Even though I have a foot that's like broken and it healed all fucked up. Make sure you change from top messages to all messages. Let me see if I could do that. It doesn't give me that option. It gives you guys that option, I know, but it doesn't give me that option. Maybe it's up here. Nope. See. What the fuck? I know, it was a joke. They don't have Cash App in Canada. I get that. I know, it's totally... Yeah. But somehow, Space Trace hacked people's Cash Apps and their power chats. And she was using it all up there in Canada. Probably did a foreign currency exchange. Just kidding. She knows I'm kidding. Space, you're good in my book, dude. You don't... I'm just trolling you. She knows that. Could hear the airplanes flying over from Ontario Airport. Space, whose power chat did you hack the donations from? Oh yeah, Scribbles. That's what it was. Yeah, you stole hundreds of dollars worth of donations from there. I remember now. Yeah, Cash App is with like US currency. Oh, you missed it. I just made some food, but I ate already. It's time for a bottle of water. I think Cash App is only in the United States, to be 100% honest with you. How come, is anybody else streaming right now? Trent, Victoria J, Eric's probably on restriction from streaming, but nobody else is streaming? Or a beer. I don't have any beer right now. I would probably drink one if I had one, though. No one. Well, that's why I figured I'm going live. I'll give these people a place where they could have a nightly chat, even if it's about nothing. Melissa is streaming? What's she streaming? Scribbles is live? Damn. Surprised Mike's not live. I think when I was leaving the store earlier, I think I saw Mike. I think, I'm not positive. I'll be right back. Let's see if I can do something real quick. I think this is gonna work. We'll see in just a sec. Oh, looks like we're gonna have enough. Fuck yeah. We got it. See, I hate Wi-Fi. I'm like against Wi-Fi kind of because it's just stupid. Why have Wi-Fi when you could have a you know, a Cat 6 cable ran all the way to your computer? That's a lot faster. I don't like Wi-Fi. Sucks. Not as fast. Alright, let's see what we got now. They keep saying that the tsunami waves go like 500 miles an hour. I can't find anything to support that claim. I didn't jerry rig it. I have a Cat 5 cable, Cat 6 cable ran all the way from the router back to here. Yeah, because Wi-Fi is shitty. It's stupid. I mean, it works, but it's better just to have your own patched in network, you know? Why does it say I'm not connected? Don't do this. Connect to the internet. Heat advisory. Oh, my laptop's getting